regarding the application. So, Tzimtzum Masach Or Chozer, is that something that we need to, is that a creation? Like we say, to create the creator?
Tzimtzum, restriction, for our matter, is what we read about here in many verses here, is that whatever I feel, whatever I see myself and the world, I have to accept it, that it is according to my reason. That is called Da'at, reason. And to make a restriction on it, meaning this is what is happening, I'm not erasing it. Tzimtzum, restriction, means that I don't live inside of it. I want to live above it. That is, I make a restriction and I rise above the restriction with what we call a masach, a screen, so that I want to receive the world, perceive it in a different way, as I learn that it is in the eyes of the Creator, that it is a world of bestowal, of connection, of love. And this is how I relate to it. So I seemingly live in two worlds. In reason, which is this world, as we feel it in our five senses, and in faith, as I depict it if I would have been corrected, together with the friends, in a group, a corrected group, as much as I understand it for the time being, and with the Creator that, according to equivalence of form, dresses in us. When we build such a connection between us that, according to the equivalence of form, He can dress in us up to being revealed. This is what we build. This is called, as you wrote here before the lesson, building a spiritual society. Right? This is what happens, that we, by these exercises that we're now doing, faith above reason, we agree with the restriction that applies to Malchut, to our will to receive, and in it there will be darkness in our life, and there's nothing in it other than the corporeal reason, and our whole life we want to relate ourselves to above reason, to bestow, to connection, up to love. In that we build the by that we build the boundary. Here, down here, is Malchut, Da'at, reason. Here we feel Choshech, darkness. That's us. We feel darkness here. We've been given to feel darkness here. This is the sign of the restriction. And Tzimtzum Aleph, the first restriction, we agree that this is how it is. Ra, bad. And up here, so if it was Malchut on the bottom, then we will write Bina here, instead of reason, faith, instead of darkness, instead of darkness we have light. Tzimtzum Aleph remains, the first restriction. However, on top of Tzimtzum Aleph, we come to good instead of bad. Well, and you can say bestowal on the top. So on the bottom we have reception.
It's unclear to me why you need to perform a restriction.
When we arrange ourselves in that form so that we will have one opposite the other, right? When we arrange that, we build the condition of this world, Ha'olam hazeh, this world, and Ha'olam haba, the next world, or it's called the world of truth. Yes. We build it. And then the connection between them, is Tzimtzum Aleph, the first restriction and the Masach that exists.
I can't grasp why this world needs to be restricted if we're constantly talking now in the recent times about how you need to act as if.
To restrict doesn't mean that I erase it.
So what does it mean?
To restrict means in its importance. That what is important to me is to see reality as it is in the eyes of the Creator, in the light of bestowal, in connection, in love, that everything is connected and everything is corrected. In that way, I want to see the world. I'm not fantasizing it. I know that this is reason, and this is above reason, and this is how I build these two levels. And then, when I try to do that, that same light that exists here, how shall I put it, that exists here, that we operate within it, this is the surrounding light, Or Makif. It works on us according to our effort, both in building this world and also in building the next world. Yes?
Why do you need to why does this world need to be built and not just a given state you're in?
To build it, meaning how do I